Just released sentences. Good afternoon.
This is the moment courtroom reality hits hard. No dramatic music, no movie script, just a survivor stepping forward to relive one of the worst days of her life under oath. And remember, testimony like this isn't just emotional, it becomes evidence the jury weighs carefully when determining impact, trauma, and accountability.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead and sit down and put your hand down. Put your hand down and then sit down. If you would please lean into the microphone when you're speaking and state your full name and spell your last name for the record.
Madeline Wilford, Wilford.
Good morning, Miss Wilford. How are you?
Good.
Good. Are you going to school?
I am.
Where do you go to school?
Southern Utah University. I'll be a junior this upcoming year.
Okay. Where did you go to high school?
Stoneman Douglas.
And did you graduate from Stoneman Douglas?
Yes.
What year did you graduate?
2019.
Okay. I'd like to call your attention to February the 14th, 2008.
Notice how the prosecutor starts with simple background questions first. That's not random. In court, attorneys often establish comfort and credibility before diving into traumatic events. But the second, February 14, 2019, is mentioned, the entire atmosphere changes. Everyone in that courtroom already knows what's coming next.
Do you remember that day?
Yes.
I'd like to call your attention specifically to the fourth period of that day. Were you in school?
Yes.
And where were you during fourth period?
I was in AP Psychology.
With Miss Riobin?
Correct.
And was that classroom 1213?
Yes.
Okay, could you tell us what happened?
We were just going...
And that right there is what makes survivor testimony so devastating. It always starts with something ordinary. A normal class. A regular school day. Then in seconds, life splits into a before and an after. You can actually hear the hesitation in her voice as she mentally walks back into that classroom.
About class like normal, and we heard shots. It took us a second to realize what was happening, but when they were fired off again is when we started to move and hide. I was stuck between the teacher's desk and her podium, and then I was just hiding until I felt myself get hit. I didn't know how many times. I just knew I was hit.
That detail is haunting. She didn't even realize how many times she'd been shot at first. Trauma experts often explain that during extreme stress, the brain goes into survival mode. People describe events in fragments, flashes, sounds, and sensations instead of a clear timeline. And honestly, hearing her calmly describe seeing blood on the floor makes this testimony even more chilling.
And I tried looking behind me to see if anyone could help me, but all I saw was blood on the floor. So I just kind of turned around, and when the fire alarm went off, I also thought that hopefully they knew what was going on and so that they were coming soon, but I ended up passing out. And then...
What's the next thing you remember after you passed out?
I was in and out of consciousness until I fully woke up that Thursday night, Friday morning.
Okay. And so, do you know what happened to you?
Yes.
What happened to you?
I was shot 4 times in my right arm, my right lung.
4 gunshot wounds, and yet she's sitting in court years later telling this story face to face. That takes an unbelievable level of courage. And from a legal standpoint, testimony like this directly establishes the severity of injuries, something that can heavily influence sentencing and the emotional weight of the prosecution's case.
Some of my ribs on my right side, and I had surgery on my abdomen.
Okay. And how many surgeries have you had?
3.
3. Are there any after effects from your surgeries?
Thankfully, I had a great orthopedic surgeon, so I'm able to use my hand, but I still do have trouble breathing with my lung.
Okay. And you passed out, and you don't remember how you got out of the classroom. Is that correct?
I briefly remember hearing the responders, but I mean, I didn't really and I remember being in the ambulance, but I don't remember much.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Wilford. Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Do you have any questions? Thank you, Mr. Excuse.
And that's another reminder people often forget after these tragedies leave headlines: survival doesn't mean recovery is over. Years later, victims are still dealing with surgeries, breathing problems, trauma, and memories they never asked to carry. The courtroom may eventually reach a verdict, but for survivors, the aftermath can last a lifetime.
Rogan Mitchell?